Pickup trucks of the past were never overly concerned with fuel economy or safety or advanced technology. All that really mattered was capability and cost effectiveness, maybe a little bit of comfort. But today, in today's market, and particularly the mid-size segment where this 2023 Nissan Frontier works, well, it is awash with turbocharged 4-cylinder engines for better fuel economy. There's wireless smartphone tech and advanced safety systems. This right-sized pickup truck does have some of those features, but it also has a naturally aspirated V6 engine, and when you're behind the wheel, it feels like one of the most authentic pickup trucks on the market. But does being the most authentic pickup truck mean that it is the best pickup truck? Well, before we find out, don't forget to subscribe to the CarGurus YouTube channel, and remember that you can shop for a 2023 Nissan Frontier on CarGurus by clicking that link. The Frontier's always been a handsome truck, but after its 2022 redesign, it looks better than ever. The tall hood and square proportions lend the classic truck aesthetic, but it's not so big as to feel conspicuous. Even driving into Cambridge, Massachusetts, a famously not truck-friendly place, I never got the feeling like people were steering clear of me or thinking, get a load of this guy. This is a top-of-the-line Pro-4x trim, so it gets the lava red Nissan badge and these nice LED headlights. I am pretty disappointed that these are standard on only the top trim, and not just because they look cool. They're also much safer than the base trim headlights. A new Midnight Edition package arrives this year for the mid-level SV trim, and it includes these headlights. That is awesome news, but opting for the Midnight Edition also means that you get black wheels, black mirror caps, a black lower front bumper, black badging, and some black interior bits. So if you want the nice headlights, but you don't want a Pro-4x, well, I hope you like black. Nissan sells the Frontier in King Cab and Crew Cab configurations, the former available in S and SV trims, while the latter is available across all trims. The King Cab comes with a 6-foot bed, and the Crew Cab, like this one here, a 5-foot bed. But the real workhorse will be the SV trim, which you can get with a crew cab and a 6-foot bed. Now, because we are in a Pro-4x trim, our Frontier is all about off-roading. Bilstein shock absorbers, skid plates, these front tow hooks, and these 17-inch aluminum alloy wheels with their lava red center caps are just a few features unique to the Pro-4x. It also has almost 10 inches of ground clearance, power adjustable mirrors, a body-colored front bumper, and this sliding rear window. Can you believe this is standard on only the most expensive trims? Inside, the Nissan Frontier gives you everything a pickup truck should give you, but not much else. This 9-inch touchscreen we have here is exclusive to the Pro-4x and the rear-wheel drive Pro-X trims. The others get an 8-inch screen. It's only slightly smaller, but it does have annoyingly large bezels. Now, the seats are very comfortable, but the steering wheel, while it goes up and down, it doesn't telescope. So I hope you're not too tall if you're thinking about buying a Frontier. Space in the back is a little tight, but it's fine as long as you're not road tripping with 4 adults. The cup holders are a good size, as is this forward bin and this wireless charging pad. There's also a lot of plastic in the Frontier, but like I said, this is a truck that just feels like a truck. It's easy to see out of, there's really not much to distract you, and yeah, I mean, if you're in the market for a pickup truck because you want it to look and feel like a pickup truck, well then this is the one for you. I mean, honestly, look at the touchscreens in the new 2024 Ford Ranger and the 2024 Toyota Tacoma. Do those scream work truck to you? Under the hood is a 3.8-liter V6 engine with 310 horsepower and 281 pound-feet of torque. Now, there are no turbos under there, so you do have to get the revs up a bit before you start feeling the Frontier's peak power. And the 9-speed automatic transmission actually works pretty hard to keep those revs down in an attempt to keep fuel economy figures up. Not that it's worth the effort. Our truck should be getting 17 mpg in the city, 22 on the highway, and 19 in combined driving, and the Frontier maxes out at 18 in the city, 24 on the highway, and 21 combined. Now, in our test, we've been seeing about 18.3 mpg. Undeniably, this is a very trucky truck. Payload and towing measure 1,610 pounds and 6,720 pounds when properly equipped. And that's not class leading, but it also isn't embarrassing by any stretch. Now, body roll is there, but it's not dramatic enough to upset anything, and the ride quality is great. This Frontier is definitely smoother and more comfortable to drive than the last gen truck, and the brakes provide plenty of confidence as well. But test drive a new Frontier, and I'm willing to bet that the first thing to jump out to you is going to be the steering feel. Because you see, a lot of modern pickup trucks have switched over to electric power steering, and that can feel almost artificially light. So Nissan is still using hydraulic power steering in the Frontier, and it's downright heavy. In fact, it might feel a bit too heavy, because apparently for 2023, Nissan has increased the steering ratio by some 16%, to try and make it a little easier on folks. Now, compared to a Tacoma, it's still gonna feel like it's almost like a truck from a different era, and maybe that's a good thing. So let us know in the comments section below. Do you think that that heavy steering really adds to the authenticity of this truck? Or is it a sign that the Frontier, which was redesigned just last year, is already feeling a bit outdated? This touchscreen isn't going to wow you like the available 14-inch screen in the new Tacoma will, but over the course of my week with the Frontier, I've really come to appreciate it for its simplicity, its usability, and the clarity of the screen. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto come standard on the Frontier, although while CarPlay is wireless on the Pro-4x and Pro-X, Android Auto always requires a wire. Redundant physical controls and big, clear icons make it easy to navigate the software, and the available Fender stereo sounds good. Plus, our Pro-4x trim's surround view camera is very handy. So yeah, the tech won't wow you, but it also won't drive you crazy either. Now, the Frontier's safety equipment is pretty impressive, although it's not all standard. Every trim level gets forward collision warning and automatic emergency braking with pedestrian detection. For an extra $990, you can also get Nissan Safety Shield 360. Now that has lane departure warning, blind spot warning, rear cross traffic alert, and rear automatic emergency braking. And you also get adaptive cruise control for that $990. So yeah, while it's not all standard, it is still a pretty impressive list of available features. For all the great safety tech, it's too bad that the Frontier's standard headlights scored poorly with the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. The LEDs are better, and if safety is important, then they should be standard across the trim lineup. Considering this is a pickup truck review, it's taken us an awfully long time to get to the pickup truck part. So here it is, 5 feet of practicality. Our tester has a spray-in bed liner, these adjustable rails, a 120 volt power outlet, and a tow hitch. Unfortunately, all that costs an extra $2,190 on top of our Pro-4x trim starting price. And that, of course, does bring us to the price. Now, is it just me, or have pickup trucks gotten really expensive? Luckily, the Frontier does offer a bit of a reprieve from all that. Yes, it's missing some critical bits, instead offering them only as extra cost options or demanding that you pay for a more expensive trim level to get them, but the trade-off is a starting MSRP of only $29,370 or $30,705 after destination. The new 2023 Chevy Colorado costs about the same, but the new 2024 Ford Ranger costs almost $4,000 more. And I suspect the new 2024 Toyota Tacoma is going to cost more too. Now at the start, I said that traditionally, pickup trucks were all about capability and cost effectiveness. Well, given the Frontier's strong V6 engine, its very solid towing and hauling capabilities, and its relatively affordable price tag, I do think this is the most authentic pickup truck on sale today. Thanks for watching and for subscribing to the CarGurus YouTube channel. Now go watch our walk-around video of the all-new 2024 Toyota Tacoma, which has historically been one of the Frontier's fiercest rivals.